Number 25. The full can, not just the splash. You've probably been handed a tiny cup of soda filled to the brim with ice and barely a sip of actual drink. It feels standard, but it isn't mandatory. Most flight attendants are working with ration guidelines, not rules. If you ask politely for the entire can, many will happily give it to you, especially on longer flights. This isn't some top secret privilege, they just don't announce it because not everyone asks. Some airlines even carry less obvious options like ginger ale or special juices that aren't listed on the drink cart. And if you prefer no ice or just want water without the plastic cup parade, you can request that too. Staying hydrated or enjoying a favorite drink shouldn't feel like pulling teeth. So next time, skip the awkward cup and confidently say, "Can I have the whole can, please?" 9 times out of 10, the answer will be yes. Number 24. Yes, you can have seconds. Ever finished your in-flight snack or meal and still feel a little hungry? You're not being greedy. On many flights, especially longer ones, there are often leftover snacks or full meals that go unclaimed. If another passenger skips their meal, or if the airline has extras stocked for backup, flight attendants might be able to offer you a second helping. You won't find this on a menu or in an app. It's something you'll only get if you ask directly and politely. Some airlines even stash away small treats like fruit, crackers, or granola bars, especially on international flights. While these aren't guaranteed, asking nicely can make the difference. Being kind and respectful goes a long way in the air. And who knows, your polite question might turn into an unexpected upgrade to a better snack or a warm meal that wasn't handed out the first round. Number 23. The secret drink list. Think you've seen everything the drink cart has to offer? Think again. Many airlines stock a handful of drinks that never make it onto the in-flight menu. Hot chocolate, apple juice, even sparkling water. These are sometimes tucked behind the usual soda and coffee setup. But unless you know what to ask, they stay hidden. Flight attendants can't offer every choice to every passenger, so they stick to the basics. But if you're curious or have a special craving, there's no harm in asking, "Do you have anything besides what's on the cart?" You might be surprised by the options. It's a simple way to make your flight feel a bit more personalized without spending a dime. And if you have dietary restrictions, asking about what's available might lead you to a better, less sugary or caffeine-heavy choice you didn't know existed. Number 22. A blanket for the cold at 30,000 feet. Airplanes aren't exactly warm and cozy. In fact, cabins are kept cool on purpose, to keep passengers comfortable and avoid the risk of fainting. But that doesn't mean you have to shiver through the entire flight. Most airlines stock extra blankets and pillows, especially for overnight or international routes. And while they're technically meant for everyone, they're often handed out only to those who ask. In some cases, if business class has unused extras, flight attendants might even share those with economy travelers. The trick? Just ask. If you're feeling chilled, uncomfortable, or need more support for your back or neck, request an extra blanket or pillow. You might also score a sleep kit with an eye mask and socks on certain routes. The key is to ask early, before supplies run out. Comfort shouldn't be a luxury when you've already paid for the seat. Number 21. Got a headache? They've got a fix. Flying comes with its fair share of discomforts, headaches, motion sickness, sore stomachs, but what many people don't realize is that airlines carry basic first aid supplies for moments just like this. Painkillers like ibuprofen or acetaminophen, motion sickness tablets, even antiseptic wipes and small bandages are stocked in the cabin. If you're not feeling well, don't suffer silently. Let a flight attendant know what's wrong. They're trained to help and they'll do their best to provide what you need. On longer flights, some airlines also carry items like compression socks for passengers with circulation risks or health concerns. You won't find a pharmacy in the sky, but a simple conversation could help you feel better fast, and might even keep a minor issue from turning into a major problem before you land. Number 20. Hot water, the most underrated travel essential. You might not think hot water is a big deal until you really need it. Whether it's for warming baby formula, making instant noodles, brewing your own tea, or sanitizing a pacifier, piping hot water is something every plane has, and you can ask for it. It's not advertised and rarely offered outside the beverage service, but it's there. Some travelers even bring their own powdered drink mixes or oatmeal cups and turn that basic hot water into a mid-flight meal. If you're on a special diet, have picky kids, or just like your own drink mix better than the plane's options, this can be a real game changer. Just make sure your container is heat resistant and your request is clear. Flight attendants are usually happy to help when it's a reasonable ask and doesn't interfere with safety. Number 19. Need a wipe down? Just ask. You've heard the horror stories about germs on tray tables, right? They're not exaggerated. But what airlines won't tell you is that most flights stock disinfectant wipes or sanitizers, primarily for crew use. The good news? If you ask, they'll often hand you a wipe or two, especially if you're seated near food or traveling with kids. Some premium carriers even have refreshing facial wipes infused with scents like lemon or lavender. They aren't automatically offered to every passenger, but they are available. So whether you're a germ-conscious traveler or just want to freshen up mid-flight, asking for wipes is a small step that can make a big difference in how clean and comfortable you feel. And let's be honest, no one wants to eat peanuts off a tray that still remembers the last 3 passengers who sat there. Number 18. Forgot to pre-order? Ask away. Special meals, vegetarian, diabetic, halal, kosher, usually need to be requested ahead of time. But what happens if you forget? Surprisingly, all is not lost. Some airlines stock a few major specialty meals for emergencies or last-minute requests. If you're on a longer flight and don't see something you can eat on the tray, let the flight crew know. Explain your dietary needs politely, and they might be able to provide an alternative option like a fruit plate, plain rice, or even a salad that wasn't handed out during regular service. It's not a guarantee, but asking might lead to a better meal, or at least one that fits your restrictions. And if they can't help mid-flight, at least you'll know for next time to always double-check your request during check-in. Number 17. Sleep kits are for everyone, if you ask. You might think eye masks, earplugs, and cozy socks are only for those in business class, but that's not always true. Many airlines quietly stock basic sleep kits for overnight or international routes, and economy passengers can often get them if they know to ask. These kits are designed to help you rest on long flights, especially when cabin lights are dimmed and the hum of engines starts to wear you down. They're not flashy, but they make a real difference. Some even include toothbrushes, toothpaste, or face wipes. The key? Ask early in the flight, before supplies run out. Flight attendants won't walk down the aisle offering them to everyone, but they usually have a stash in the galley. It's a small comfort that can turn a restless night in a cramped seat into a more bearable journey. Number 16. You can ask for a refill. Really? It sounds too obvious, but many passengers don't realize that you're not limited to just 1 cup of coffee or a single serving of tea. If you're thirsty, or if you want another round of your drink, just ask. Flight attendants aren't keeping count unless stock is low, and even then, they're usually happy to oblige. Water, tea, juice, and sometimes even specialty drinks like tomato juice or apple juice are available for refills. On long-haul flights where staying hydrated is essential, this is especially important. Don't wait for the cart to return hours later. Just hit the call button or walk to the galley and politely request another drink. Refills aren't a privilege, they're part of the service. So if your cup's empty and your throat's dry, speak up. The worst they can say is no. Number 15. Ice, maybe? It may seem like a tiny detail, but being able to add ice to your drink, or ask for it separately, can make a surprising difference, especially if you're flying on a warm route or want to cool down quickly. Ice is usually kept in the drink cart or galley and is easy for the crew to grab. Just ask. In some cases, if you're lucky and on a well-stocked flight, you might even find they're carrying cold treats like frozen juice bars or ice cream, particularly on family-focused or international journeys. These aren't always reserved for kids either. If you happen to see someone else enjoying one, don't be shy. Politely ask if there are any left. Ice or a chilled snack can make your flight feel just a bit more refreshing, especially after hours in dry recycled cabin air. Number 14. Forgot your headphones? There's hope. Let's face it, forgetting your headphones on a flight can feel like a disaster, especially on long trips where in-flight entertainment is your only source of distraction. But don't panic just yet. Many airlines provide complimentary or basic wired headphones, even in economy, though they don't always hand them out to everyone automatically. If you didn't get one during boarding, or if yours broke, ask a flight attendant. They often have a box of extras stored in the galley. They might not be the best quality, but they'll work just fine for movies or music. And if you're lucky enough to fly a route with upgraded cabins, the crew may even offer a slightly better pair. You won't know unless you ask, and it can mean the difference between staring at the seat in front of you or catching up on that movie you missed in theaters. Number 13. Not loving your seat? Speak up. Whether you're crammed next to the restroom, stuck in a middle seat, or surrounded by a family reunion in full swing, you're not always trapped. If the flight isn't completely full, you can ask to change seats after boarding is complete. Once the plane has taken off and the seatbelt sign goes off, speak to the flight attendant and ask politely if there's another spot available. Sometimes you'll be moved right away. Other times you'll be told to wait until after takeoff. In rare cases, you might even be bumped to a better seat, especially if you're traveling solo, dressed neatly, and ask with a smile. Don't assume the answer is no just because you weren't assigned your dream spot. A quiet question and a little kindness might earn you more legroom, a window view, or at least a quieter corner of the plane. Number 12. Free upgrades still happen. Seriously. Upgrades aren't just for elite flyers and lottery winners. Sometimes, empty seats in business or premium economy need to be filled, and you might be the lucky one if you ask at the right time. The best chance? At the gate before boarding, or occasionally once you're on the plane and doors are about to close. Be polite, be friendly, and dress neatly. Yes, appearances can matter. If the flight is overbooked in economy, or if they're shuffling seating for operational reasons, you might score a better spot without paying a cent. Just asking, "Are there any upgrades available today?" can start a conversation that ends with more comfort and better service. It doesn't always work, but it costs nothing to try. The quiet, confident ask is often what separates cramped knees from a complimentary glass of sparkling water in business class. Number 11. Boarding early isn't just for VIPs. Pre-boarding is usually associated with elite status, first-class tickets, or priority flyers, but there's more flexibility than you think. If you're traveling with young kids, elderly parents, or someone with a medical condition, or even if you just need a little extra time, most airlines will allow you to board early. The trick is to speak with the gate agent before boarding starts. Explain your situation clearly and kindly. Early boarding can make a world of difference, especially when overhead space is limited and the aisles get crowded. It also gives you time to settle in without the rush. And while this doesn't come with champagne service, it does come with less stress and more time to breathe. You don't need a gold card to get a head start. Sometimes all you need to do is ask. Number 10. Yes, there are toys on this flight. If you're flying with kids and expecting chaos, you're not alone. There's a surprise. Many airlines stock activity packs designed for children, stickers, coloring books, crayons, and even tiny toys or puzzles. These aren't handed out automatically, so unless you speak up, your child might miss out entirely. Flight attendants often keep them tucked away for moments when young travelers get restless. Asking early in the flight improves your chances, especially if supplies are limited. These little treats can turn a meltdown into a moment of calm and help the hours pass more smoothly. Some airlines even give out collectible items like mini wings or flight badges to kids who visit the cockpit. Don't wait until your child is squirming. Ask at the beginning, and you might end up with not only a happier kid, but a more peaceful flight for everyone. Number 9. Ask for a cockpit visit. Yes, really. For many travelers, especially kids, meeting the pilot is like meeting a superhero. While you can't enter the cockpit during the flight for safety reasons, you can ask for a quick visit before takeoff or after landing. Just let a flight attendant know you or your child would love to say hello to the captain. On quieter flights or when there's time, many pilots are happy to greet curious passengers, show the instrument panel, or even pose for a photo. It's a memorable moment, and some airlines even hand out mini souvenirs. While this isn't always guaranteed, the request is perfectly acceptable and often welcomed, especially when made respectfully and with a smile. For kids, and let's be honest, some adults too, it's the kind of free experience that turns a regular flight into a once-in-a-lifetime memory. Number 8. Compression socks for long-haul flights. Spending hours in the same position in a dry cabin isn't just uncomfortable, it can actually affect your circulation. That's why some airlines stock compression socks, particularly for long-haul or overnight flights. They're typically reserved for passengers with health concerns or those seated in premium cabins, but if you ask, they might have a spare pair available. These socks help reduce swelling, ease leg fatigue, and lower the risk of blood clots like deep vein thrombosis. If you've had circulation issues before, or if you're on a long flight where you can't move around much, let the crew know early. While they may not have enough for everyone, they're more likely to assist if they understand it's for health reasons. It's a simple ask that can keep you feeling a lot better after landing, especially on those 10+ hour journeys that feel like forever. Number 7. Don't struggle with the seat, ask for help. Modern airplane seats often come with more features than you think. Headrests that bend, lumbar support, leg rests, adjustable recline, but they're not always obvious or easy to use. If you're finding it hard to get comfortable, don't wrestle with it alone. Flight attendants are trained to help you find the best setup for your seat. Whether your headrest is stiff or your recline isn't working, they can show you what's possible. In some cases, if you're dealing with an injury or specific discomfort, they may even offer an extra cushion or help you relocate to a more suitable spot if available. Don't wait until your back is aching and your neck is stiff. A simple, polite request can make a big difference in how you feel both during and after the flight. Comfort isn't just about where you sit, it's about knowing how to make the most out of what's there. Number 6. Entertainment extras you didn't know existed. We all know about the movies and music on in-flight entertainment systems, but they're often much more hidden behind the scenes. Some airlines include guided meditations, stretching videos, language learning games, and even live flight maps with cool tracking features. While these aren't always promoted, they're often tucked into the wellness or extras section. Before you settle into another predictable rom-com, take a few minutes to scroll through the options. You might find breathing exercises that help you relax, audio stories, or kids' interactive games that keep little ones busy for longer than you'd expect. And if your seatback screen isn't working, don't stay frustrated. Ask the crew if there's an app or alternative entertainment solution available. Flying can be boring, but it doesn't have to be. There's more fun hiding in your screen than you think. You just need to explore a little. Number 5. Translation help is closer than you think. Traveling to a country where you don't speak the language can be intimidating, especially when it comes to filling out forms or understanding announcements. But here's the thing. Many international flights have multilingual crew members trained to assist with exactly that. If you're confused by custom documents or unsure about the meaning of a gate announcement, don't guess, ask. Flight attendants are there to help you navigate the process smoothly. They can explain forms, translate key information, or guide you toward useful resources. Also, many airlines now include in-seat translation tools or phrasebooks in the entertainment system. You can even ask for basic written instructions if you're heading to a hotel or airport shuttle and don't know the local language. Traveling abroad already comes with enough surprises. Getting help with communication shouldn't be one of them. Number 4. Special occasion surprises. Flying for a birthday, anniversary, or honeymoon? Let the airline know in advance or mention it to a flight attendant. Some carriers, like Emirates and Singapore Airlines, may offer small freebies like a celebratory dessert, champagne, or even a shout-out from the crew. While not guaranteed, it never hurts to mention the occasion. It could turn an ordinary flight into a memorable one, with thoughtful touches you didn't expect, all at no extra cost. Number 3. Infant and child essentials. Parents flying with babies or toddlers can request items like diapers, wipes, jars of baby food, or small toys to keep kids busy. Many airlines have those on hand, especially on long-haul routes. Some also provide bassinets if requested early. You don't have to overpack, just let the crew know what you need. It makes flying with little ones easier, less stressful, and more comfortable for everyone on board. Number 2. Some airlines still offer free Wi-Fi. Really? In an age where even water can come with a price tag, the idea of free in-flight Wi-Fi might sound like a myth. But believe it or not, some airlines still offer free internet, especially for messaging apps. It may not let you stream YouTube or join a Zoom call, but it's often enough to stay connected, text family, or check an email or two. Airlines like JetBlue, Emirates, and certain routes on Delta or Qatar have been known to include this perk. You might have to log in or watch a quick ad, but it's there. The catch? You won't always hear about it unless you ask. Before boarding, check the airline's website, or once on board, ask the crew if complimentary Wi-Fi is available. In a time when staying connected is everything, this little-known freebie can be a lifesaver. Number 1. Basic medical supplies. Not feeling well in flight? Cabin crews are trained to handle minor medical issues and can offer services like motion sickness tablets, aspirin, or band-aids. For more serious concerns, they can check if a doctor is on board or contact medical support on the ground. You don't have to tough it out in silence. Asking for help can make you feel better faster and keep a small issue from turning into a serious one. Most people board flights just hoping to survive until landing, but now you know better. These aren't shady hacks or tricks. They're real things anyone can ask for. No points, no premium seat required. The secret is confidence and kindness. Ask at the right time, be polite, and respect the crew's workload. You'll be surprised what you can get. So next time you fly, remember, you're not just a passenger, you're someone in the know. Drop a comment and tell us which freebie you're most excited to ask for. And don't forget to share this with your favorite travel buddy, because flying smart is way better together.